Have you ever faced a challenge that seemed too big to handle, something that made others crack under pressure, but you somehow managed to stay calm, focused, and keep moving forward? Maybe you didn't feel strong, but deep down, you knew you weren't backing down. Here's the thing, strength of mind isn't something you're born with. It's built over time, through how you face life's hardest moments. And the wild part? You might already have more mental toughness than you realize. By the end of this video, we'll uncover 10 signs that show you've got the makings of a strong mind, and we'll explore how you can further develop that strength. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. South, let's dive in and see how you can build that mental resilience from within. Ready? Let's jump in. Chapter 1. You embrace challenges. A strong mind doesn't shy away from difficulty. Instead, it sees challenges as a chance to grow. When faced with a tough situation, you don't throw in the towel. You step up, adapt, and push forward. That doesn't mean you enjoy hardship, but you know it's a necessary part of progress. Think of someone like John, who was offered a new job that pushed him well beyond his comfort zone. Most would have hesitated, but John embraced the challenge. He knew the discomfort would pay off, and it did. Through facing those challenges head-on, John developed new skills and confidence, proving that growth happens outside of our comfort zones. As Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Difficulties are things that show a person what they are." This mindset is key. Instead of avoiding challenges, you lean into them. Every obstacle is a chance to refine your resilience, to push your limits, and to ultimately become stronger. When life throws you curveballs, you don't just survive, you thrive. Chapter 2. You control your reactions. Life's chaos is out of your hands, but your response? That's all you. Strong-minded people know that. No matter what's happening around them, they can choose how to react. Your ability to control your emotions, instead of letting them control you, is one of the most powerful indicators of mental strength. Imagine Sophia, who's faced with a major setback at work. She's frustrated, but instead of letting anger take over, she takes a moment to breathe and choose a clear course of action. She could have lashed out, but instead, she responded with calm determination, finding a solution. The situation didn't change, but her response did, and that made all the difference. As Marcus Aurelius wisely put it, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Mastering your reactions is the ultimate form of control. It gives you the mental space to think clearly and act wisely, even in the heat of the moment. Chapter 3. You stay calm in crisis. When everything seems to be falling apart, you remain steady. That's not to say you're emotionless or unaffected, but in the midst of a crisis, you can maintain composure. You don't panic. You assess the situation, take a breath, and make clear decisions. Think of a time when you were stuck in a stressful situation, maybe a family emergency, a financial setback, or a work disaster. How did you react? Strong-minded individuals know that losing their head in a crisis only makes things worse. Instead, they stay grounded and clear-headed. In moments of chaos, the Stoics advise us to practice apatheia, or emotional resilience. This doesn't mean detaching from feelings, but rather controlling them to act with reason. When life throws you a storm, being calm enough to steer your ship makes all the difference. Chapter 4. You learn from failure. Failure isn't something to be afraid of, it's something to embrace. A strong mind doesn't see failure as a reflection of your worth. Rather, it sees it as feedback, a valuable lesson in disguise. You understand that mistakes are part of the learning process and that every failure carries a lesson for growth. Imagine Alex, who failed his first attempt at starting a business. Instead of giving up, he took it as an opportunity to refine his approach. He learned where things went wrong, adjusted his strategy, and came back even stronger. His business eventually thrived because he treated failure as a stepping stone, not a roadblock. The Stoics, particularly Seneca, reminded us that it's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Every failure gives you a chance to learn, to improve, and to evolve. When you see setbacks as growth opportunities, you can develop a mindset that's unstoppable. Chapter 5. You don't seek validation. Mental strength is rooted in self-trust. Strong-minded people don't need constant external validation to feel confident in their decisions. They are anchored in their own values and sense of worth. External opinions, whether praise or criticism, do not dictate their self-esteem. Consider Rachel, an artist whose work wasn't always well received by critics. While others may have been disheartened or sought approval, she remained true to her vision. Her confidence didn't come from applause. It came from knowing her work mattered to her. The constant search for validation from others only weakens your sense of self. But when you trust your own judgment, you can navigate the world with unwavering confidence. As the Stoics believed, the opinion of others is nothing to us. Mental strength comes from being rooted in your own belief system and values. When you stop relying on others' validation, you unlock a deeper sense of confidence and freedom. Chapter 6. You practice patience. Mental strength is about resilience, and that often means practicing patience. Whether it's waiting for a long-term goal to unfold or enduring a tough situation without rushing for an escape, strong-minded people understand that growth takes time. Think about Tom, who worked tirelessly for years to build his career. It wasn't a quick rise to the top, but instead of getting frustrated, he stayed focused and patient. He understood that success doesn't happen overnight. It's about consistent effort over time. As Epictetus said, no great thing is created suddenly. Mental strength is often about having the patience to trust the process, even when results aren't immediate. The journey may be long, but every step taken with patience builds your inner strength and resilience. Chapter 7. You face your truth. Being strong-minded means being brutally honest with yourself. You're not afraid to face uncomfortable truths, whether it's about your habits, flaws, or areas where you need improvement. You know that self-awareness is the first step to growth. For instance, Sarah had to face the fact that her unhealthy lifestyle was affecting her energy and mental clarity. Instead of ignoring the problem or making excuses, she took a hard look at her habits and made necessary changes. She knew the path to improvement required honesty with herself first. As the Stoics taught, know yourself. Facing your truth without self-deception empowers you to take control of your life and change for the better. Strong minds don't shy away from the truth. They embrace it, even when it's difficult. Chapter 8. You set boundaries. A strong mind knows its limits and sets clear boundaries. You protect your time, energy, and emotional space, understanding that saying no is a necessary part of maintaining your well-being. Think about Jack, who was constantly overbooked and exhausted because he didn't know how to say no. He realized he couldn't be everything to everyone, so he started setting boundaries, both at work and in his personal life. The result? Less stress, more peace, and better relationships. As the Stoics emphasize, a man who has committed himself to his own mind will be unaffected by what others ask of him. Setting boundaries is about protecting your peace, ensuring that you're not overextended and keeping your focus on what truly matters. Chapter 9. You persist when others quit. Resilience isn't just about surviving, it's about enduring. When things get tough, when others around you give up, you're the one who keeps going. A strong mind pushes forward, no matter the obstacles or the setbacks. Take Mia, for instance. She was working on a long-term project that seemed doomed to fail. Her peers gave up, but Mia kept working, learning from each setback and pushing through. In the end, her persistence paid off. The Stoic concept of amor fati, love of fate, teaches us to embrace everything, including the struggles, as part of our journey. When you persist, even when others quit, you build mental strength that sets you apart. Chapter 10. You focus on what you can control. A key trait of a strong mind is understanding where to focus your energy. You don't waste time stressing over things beyond your control, like the actions of others or random external circumstances. Instead, you focus on what you can change: your actions, your thoughts, and your response to the world. Brian's job was eliminated unexpectedly, but instead of dwelling on the uncertainty of the job market, he focused on what he could do, updating his resume, networking, and learning new skills. His efforts didn't change the situation immediately, but they empowered him to take control of his next steps. The Stoics emphasized this point, with Marcus Aurelius saying, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." By focusing on what you can control, you can stop wasting energy on things that drain you and start channeling your efforts into what actually makes a difference. Conclusion. By now, you've learned that mental strength isn't something you're born with. It's something you build, piece by piece, through every challenge and every choice. Whether it's embracing adversity, staying calm in chaos, or practicing patience, each of these traits contributes to the foundation of a strong mind. And just like any muscle, the more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Remember, as you face life's ups and downs, it's not about avoiding difficulties, but learning how to handle them with resilience and clarity. You're in control of your reactions, your thoughts, and your growth. Thank you for taking the time to explore these signs with me. If any of these resonated with you, leave a comment and share your thoughts. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more content on building a stronger, more resilient you. The obstacle is the way. Keep pushing forward.